And not only that, Emmanuel quickly hit him with a dagger at the end of overtime. Then he started doing the beatbox challenge on the way back to the bench. We was out there, what Clyde say, styling and profiling. We were doing our thing out there. Hey, what's going on? Quis here from Sports Vibes TV. And our New York Knicks, yes, the New York Knicks are on an 8-game winning streak. We went out and we beat the Atlanta Hawks in overtime, 137-127. And I got the box score up for you guys. I'm not going to front. To start that game, I was a little nervous because we came out in what my opinion is playing the Hawks brand of basketball. Quicker pace, throwing up a lot of threes. And at the end of the first quarter, the score was 39-34. And, I know offensively the team has been gelling. I just wasn't sure if we were going to be able to maintain that offensive output, for the remaining portion of the game. And also, if you look at Trae Young, he only played 30 minutes because unfortunately he went down in the third quarter with an ankle injury. But, up before that, when you're just watching the game, he had 20 points, but 16 of those points he scored in the first quarter. So he started the game off hot. And then in the second quarter, Kevin Herter, how do you say that name? He went off and he, as you can see, he had 17 points. He scored 11 of those points in the second quarter. So both of those guards were kind of going off on us in the first half. But luckily, Julius Randle had a phenomenal game once again. And he was out there holding it down for us. Julius Randle, I actually have some highlights for you guys if you want to check it out. Julius Randle had a great game, 40 points, 11 of 21 from the field, 6 of 8 from the three-point line, 75% from your power forward. That's phenomenal. 12 of 13 from the free throw stripe, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. He was out there balling. He kept us in the game. And Julius Randle is just, to me, strengthening his potential MVP campaign because I don't think he'll necessarily win it, but he's definitely got to get at least some first place votes. If not, give him some second place votes because he's well deserving, especially with the way he was playing out there. We were down when Trae Young got injured and the team was able to, capitalize off that. Let's be honest. It's unfortunate that he did go down. But at the end of the day, they're all NBA players out there on the court. They're all getting paid to, produce. And not only that, even with Trae Young going down, the Hawks were still able to force the game into overtime. And oh man, that play had me going crazy in here. I'm like, how are you going to let Bogdanovich wide open? Somebody get him. Bullock, call switch. Noel, get out there. And they let him shoot the wide open three to tie the game and send it into overtime. And I'm like, usually when you watch the Knicks and something like that happens, you're like, all right, they're not going to be up for it in the overtime. And this may not be a game where we'll be able to pull it off. But the team, they still went out there. They went out in that overtime period and they ran the Hawks off the court. It wasn't too competitive to me, honestly. In the overtime period, the Hawks, they only scored 5 points. We put the clamps on them. And the Knicks, we scored 15. So, and not only that, Emmanuel quickly hit him with a dagger at the end of overtime. Then he started doing the beatbox challenge on the way back to the bench. We was out there, what Clyde say, styling and profiling. We were doing our thing out there. And it was a great game. It was great to see as a Knicks fan because, how often do teams of any league or association go on 8-game winning streaks? Maybe in baseball because they're playing 162 games, but in basketball and NFL, you go on an 8-game winning streak. That is a well-earned achievement. They've gone out time and time again and played against quality NBA competition, and we're knocking them down. We're knocking down whoever they put in front of us. And I feel like this was a great game, not only for Julius Randle, but do you see the backcourt pairing off the bench? They was out there doing their thing as well. Emmanuel Quickley. My guy, Emmanuel Quickley, is finally getting his groove back. He had 17 points the last game, 20 points this game. Like I mentioned before, he had that 3-point that, kind of put the dagger in it for the Hawks. Basically, he had a great game. Look, 7 of 11 from the field, 4 or 6 from 3, 2 or 3 from the free throw line. You know, shocking he's missing free throws, but you know, 4 assists, plus 29. He had a great game. And then also Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose has been a steadying force out there. Like when things get stagnant, Derrick Rose has still been someone that the team can rely on to get a bucket. So Derrick Rose, 8 of 12 from the field, 101 from the 3-point line, 3 of 4 from free throw, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and he was plus 14. If I'm not mistaken, Rose and Quickly both had the highest plus minus on the team. Yep, at plus 29 and plus 24. Let me just put the box score back up for you guys so you can see. Yeah. So that backcourt pairing, phenomenal combo. I like the way they play off each other. And then also, we saw Emmanuel Quickly go out there and play the entire overtime as the point guard. To me, I think that was major. The team looked great out there. There wasn't any, stagnant offense. The ball didn't stick. It was moving. And I think that's what basically propelled us in that overtime period. I think it was a great game to watch as a fan. There were some moments you got a little nervous, like that Bogdanovich 3, which to me was inexcusable. There was no way they should have allowed him to get that wide open corner 3. But I'm sure Tibbs is going to show some film, see what they can work on, and they'll get better. But I think, once again, this was a phenomenal game for a fan to sit down and watch. I actually was able to watch it live, which was lit. But it was a great game. Let me know your thoughts down below. And also, make sure you check out the channel. We've got accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sports Vibes TV. I just want to say thank you for watching. Leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this game. I thought it was a phenomenal game. All right. Once again, I'm Quis, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.